The Marvel Cinematic Universe currently has 23 movies that all tie together, bundled in phases that tell a segment of a larger story.
I do not want another single pop culture reference out of you for the rest of the trip, you understand?
I'm trying to say that something is coming.
Marvel famously uses post-credit sequences to set up the next part of the storyline. So when it comes to picking the order to watch these movies, it's important to remember these post-credit teasers. So on this list, the placement of a film may be connected to what a post-credit sequence reveals. Therefore, this list is not in theatrical release order, but we think it's the best way to enjoy the unfolding Marvel story. Phase 1 of the MCU is the loosest this super franchise has ever been. The original 5 films work to establish our hero's universe. At the beginning of the first 3 films, none of the characters are aware that others exist. Iron Man thinks he's the first hero of his kind, Captain America is a legend, and the Hulk is a monster on the run. Iron Man 2 sets up the idea that our heroes aren't as unique as they think, as greater threats begin to lurk. The world building continues with the introduction of both magic and space in Thor. Interdimensional beings are about to become a big theme in the MCU, and Thor does a sound job establishing the idea. Just like Iron Man's appearance escalated the rate of supercrime, Thor's exile to Earth brings unwanted attention to our little blue planet. Phase 1 ends with the heroes coming together to face the first real threat that can't simply be punched into submission. Phase 2 of the MCU takes a darker turn, which is why we're starting off with the one that's the most fun.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
Avengers introduces the idea of Thanos in its post-credit sequence, but Guardians of the Galaxy shows why he's a real threat. But the big reason to watch Guardians first is its clear explanation of the Infinity Stones, which are major factors in the franchise. While Guardians was technically the 4th film to be released in Phase 2, watching it first raises the stakes of Thor: The Dark World, while adding a layer of background dread to the more grounded problems of Iron Man and Captain America. While Thor and the Guardians are dealing with untold powers beyond imagination, our Earth-bound heroes are struggling with psychological baggage and the realization that they're not alone in the universe. It all builds to Avengers Age of Ultron, where the absurd power of the Infinity Stones and Tony Stark's paranoia finally collide to threaten the world.
That's the best you can do!
Phase 2 of the MCU establishes 2 major threats: the impending rise of Thanos and, more importantly, the fissures that have started to form within the Avengers themselves. Thankfully, the original team picks up some new blood along the way in the form of Scarlet Witch, Vision, and Falcon. They're going to need it in Phase 3. While Phase 3 of the MCU is technically made up of 11 films, they tell 2 distinct stories. The first part sees the Marvel Universe expanding faster than ever. With the world shaken by untold destruction and the Avengers fractured, a new generation of heroes begin to step up. That's why we've included Ant-Man in Phase 3, even though it was technically part of Phase 2.
Makes sense.
This block of films is defined by taking chances. Ant-Man is a brilliant heist movie that leans into the experimental. Civil War reveals the cracks forming in the Avengers, while introducing new players like Black Panther and Spider-Man. Next, we have Spider-Man: Homecoming, and it's arguably the most fun addition. It also establishes the MCU's new normal, where even regular criminals start to find advanced weapons.
Don't freeze.
I never freeze.
Next, we head to Wakanda for the globe-trotting adventures of Black Panther. Black Panther is a refreshingly standalone movie after years of interconnected Marvel films. Just kick back and enjoy this excellent ride with a brand new hero. Doctor Strange is a psychedelic trip through the multiverse, setting up a decade of Marvel movies to come while giving viewers brand new insights into the Infinity Stones.
What's this, my mantra? It's the Wi-Fi password. We're not savages.
Next, our favorite band of pirates are back with a boatload of guns, quips, and family problems. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 solidifies the final team heading into the Infinity War.
Tell me his name again.
Thanos.
Nearly 10 years of filmmaking has led to this moment, the beginning of the Infinity War. Billions will die, heroes will fall, and things are about to get very grim. Thankfully, we kick things off with the funniest Marvel movie yet. Thor Ragnarok is the God of Thunder's finest moment. It's the perfect mix of action and humor that ends with the opening moments of Avengers Infinity War. Thanos has come to Earth, and even the combined might of every Marvel hero may not be enough to stop his army. Brutal, hilarious, and surprisingly unforgiving, Infinity War offers superhero action on an unbelievable scale.
Whoop, sorry. My bad.
I think it has flair.
After all that, you'll welcome the calm of Ant-Man and the Wasp, which delves even deeper into the quantum realm. While this movie takes place at the same time as Infinity War, be sure to watch it second. The post-credit sequence gives away Infinity War's biggest surprises. We're almost ready for Endgame, but first, let's jump back to the 90s for Captain Marvel. Her first on-screen appearance blends throwback nostalgia with galaxy-spanning mega battles to place the final piece on the Marvel chessboard before the final confrontation with Thanos. Finally, we arrive at Endgame, Marvel's biggest power move and the most successful film ever made. Our heroes are still reeling from the horrors of the Infinity War with Thanos. Technically victorious, but left with a broken world, the Avengers set out on a heist spanning time and space to undo the Mad Titan's genocidal crimes, revisit the history of the MCU, say goodbye to old friends, and cheer during one of the finest battles ever committed to film. Endgame is a landmark cinematic experience. As the dust clears, it's time to see how Endgame impacted the world. Spider-Man Far From Home is about picking up the pieces and making a new start. What better way to get back to normal than with a European vacation and a secret mission for S.H.I.E.L.D.?
You don't want any part of this.
By the end of Far From Home, the MCU is 11 years old and has 23 movies in the series. There's never been a better time to catch up, so get watching. You've got a lot of binging ahead of you with the complete MCU, but if you need to take a break from superheroes and you're looking for other great movies and TV to watch, check out our other streaming guides linked here for our recommendations. And be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.